Hi students, I'm here to explain the first chapter in your class 6th Honeysuckle reader, Who Did Patrick's Homework, written by the American writer Annie Carroll Moore. Well, the title is very interesting. You all get homeworks from school, isn't it? Now if I ask you, who did your homework? The answer may not always be, I did it myself. Some of you will say, my mom, my dad, elder brother, sister. Am I right? Yes, many students feel that doing homework is not a pleasant task. Children feel that it is boring and a burden. Now, in the story that we are going to learn today, Who Did Patrick's Homework, we have a character, Patrick, who feels the same. Patrick is very careless about studies. He is always fond of playing hockey, basketball, Nintendo. Fine, what is Nintendo? It means video game. He was not interested in studies and he considered him as ignoramus. His teachers used to warn him, but he always ignored it. He thought he was a person who lacks education. One day, Patrick observed his cat playing with a doll. But when he looked closer, he noticed that it was not a doll. It was a tiny man, perhaps an elf. Elf. What is an elf? Elf is a supernatural creature which is very tiny. He wore a little wool shirt with breeches and a tall hat like a witch. The elf was actually scared of a cat and he needed help from Patrick. The elf requested Patrick to save him and promised to grant him a wish in return. Patrick felt super excited. He asked the elf to do his homework. The elf grimaced, which means he showed expressions of anger and disgust, but later he offered to do this for 35 days after some thought. Everything was going on fine, but one day a problem came. Elf knew nothing of mathematics and history. He needed help, so he kept on nagging Patrick. Well, what could Patrick do? He agreed and brought many books to read and consult. He sat next to the elf and put in a hard toll to complete the work. Exactly after 35 days, the elf went away quietly. But Patrick scored grade A in all the subjects. Everyone started appreciating him and he felt very happy. But this brought in a positive change in Patrick. He became an altogether different person. He developed a whole new attitude and he started doing his things. And he was never rude anymore. Patrick thought it was the elf who helped him score high, but in reality, it was he himself who was responsible for it. The elf only motivated him to do everything. From Patrick's story, we understand that self-help is the best help. We can't stay out of doing our own work. Throughout the story, Patrick accepted his responsibilities unknowingly. So children, let me conclude this short video with the moral, self-help is the best help. Thank you and stay tuned.